Hello, welcome back to Let's Get Cooking. I'm your host Rashida and I'm excited about today's dessert. It is a key lime pie surprise. Come on in the kitchen and let's get ready to bake. Okay, let's get started. Looking at our ingredients, we're going to use some fresh key lime juice, some sweetened condensed milk, some fresh limes, some eggs, butter, graham crackers, and some cream cheese. These few ingredients are going to make something great. I'm going to start off by showing you how to make the graham cracker crust. It's pretty simple, very easy, or you can buy one from the store. I'm taking one package of graham crackers, mixing them in the food processor, grinding them up till they become complete crumbs. To that, I will add 6 tablespoons of melted butter and a tablespoon of sugar. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and finely grind those in the food processor. A couple more presses to the button just to make sure our graham cracker crumbs are fully crumbled, and then we're on to the next step. Okay, time to pour the crumbs into the bowl. And once I do that, then I'm going to go ahead and add my melted butter, a tablespoon of sugar, and I'm going to mix those well so that now we have like a buttery crust. Let's talk about the crust for a minute. This is a standard graham cracker crust. You can use this for key lime pie, but you can also use this for cheesecakes. This is a great recipe, great crust for just a plain cheesecake or any type of cheesecake really. So I've used this for many different things, but cheesecake is one of the main desserts that I like to make, and I use this crust plus different variations. So that's just mixing in everything. And you want it to have that sand-like texture with the butter and the sugar. And that's how it should look. Now it's time to pour our mixture into the pan. I'm using about an 8-inch springform pan, and this is basically a cheesecake pan where you can take the sides off once it's done baking. And I'm going to go ahead and press. I'm going to pour the crumbs into the pan, and then I'm going to go ahead and press the crumbs down to form that crust. And I'm using my little handy dandy measuring cup because it's easy and simple, and that just pushes everything in together, getting it ready for the filling to go in. Now I'm also going to go ahead and bake this for about 10 minutes in the oven at 350 to make it firm and crisp so the batter can go in it without a problem. Once the crust is cooked for 10 minutes, take it out and just set it to the side, and let's get ready to make the filling. I'm going to start off by taking a mixing bowl and adding 1 whole stick of, or should I say 1 package of cream cheese. And I just want to go ahead and put that in the bowl first. Make sure the cream cheese is softened. So I'm using softened cream cheese. So you just take that out and let it sit out for a couple of hours. And there you have it. So that's the package of cream cheese first. Then we're going to go ahead and add some sugar, and that's a 1/4 cup of sugar, and mix well. Once I combine the sugar and the cream cheese, my next step is I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh lime zest. So I'm going to zest 1 lime, and that's just flavor. That's just intense flavor. Anytime you use the zest of a lime or a lemon, it's just a more intense flavor of that fruit. So while I'm zesting my lime, a fun fact is key lime is different than a lime. So I'm zesting a lime into my key lime surprise. But key limes, they're a little bit smaller, very similar to a lime, but they're a little bit smaller and a little lighter in color, a little more yellowish. But they're not readily available in the stores. So you can just use a lime for the zest. But I do have actual key lime juice that I'll be using in this pie. Now I'm adding an entire can of sweetened condensed milk. Sweetened condensed milk is basically milk and sugar that has been condensed into a can and is very sweet, almost just adding like sugar. It's another form of just adding sugar and milk. So I'm adding my sweetened condensed milk, very rich, very thick, to the filling, and I'm going to mix that in with the cream cheese. Give that a good mix, and then we're going to get ready to add the next ingredient, which is going to be one egg, one whole egg, followed by 3 egg yolks. So you just want the egg yolk. Oops, looks like a shell might have fell into the bowl. Had to take that out real quick. Mix that up. 1 egg followed by 3 egg yolks. Now you see how that filling has become a more yellow color. Now we're going to go ahead and add in the key lime juice, the actual key lime juice. And this, I'm adding 2/3 of a cup of key lime juice right into our filling. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that in real well. Almost finished. We're almost at the end. A couple teaspoons of vanilla, 1, 2. It's just fine. And give it a good mix. And we are almost at the end of this filling. So how this dessert differs from a standard key lime pie is the addition of the cream cheese. That's the surprise. A normal key lime pie just has the key lime juice, the eggs, the sweetened condensed milk, and that's about it. Some vanilla and some lime zest. But I added in the cream cheese just to take it up a notch, and it tastes just as good. Now pulling out the crust that we prepared at the beginning that was set to the side, we're ready to add our batter to the crust. Make sure it's all in there. And then you just want to make sure to smooth it out. So once I pour it in the pan, it's a spring form pan. I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out with my spatula. And it's about ready to go into the oven. Putting it in the oven at, I believe, 350 for about 30 minutes. And voila, 30 minutes later, it is done. This is how it should look, but it's still not finished. It will have to go into the refrigerator for about 4 hours or overnight. This is how it will look when it's completely done. And I took the edges off the pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add some whipped cream, some homemade whipped cream, fresh whipped cream to the top of it. I'll show you how to make that in another video. It's so easy just to make your own homemade whipped cream, and it tastes better than the can. So I added that to the top, topped by a little bit of lime zest, and there you have it. You have our key lime pie surprise. Thanks again for coming in the kitchen with me. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Take care.